Hi, everyone. I'm Dee Dee from Dee Dee's Fan Den, and along with my co-host Jenna P, 2005, and our behind the camera Annette of Mystery Snow Guardians co-host, we would like to welcome you to the 19th Aquarium Hall giveaway hosted by Fishfam.link. Now, this series of live streams has been created to provide an opportunity for the community to spotlight their aquarium based businesses or for others to spotlight an aquarium based business of their choosing. So, if you're new to this channel, let me share how it works. A business or individual contacts us at hello@fishfam.link. And then once a sponsorship has been determined, a guest shopper or the sponsor will select items from the sponsor's website during the live stream, and the items are placed in a cart. Now, sometime during the live stream, a lucky person gets to win the giveaway of all the items that are in the cart. Now, depending on where you live, some restrictions may apply, and you must be 18 to enter. Now, I'm going to turn this over to Jenna P so she can introduce our guest shopper and the sponsor for this giveaway.
So today our giveaway is for Aquarium Co-op. Corey and Candy at Aquarium Co-op sent us $100 to shop, and our guest shopper today is Chattanooga Ed. Ed, did you want to tell people about who you are, just in case anyone is new?
I'm Chattanooga Ed, and I love fish and cats, and I do a show on Thursday, and I also play a lot of D&D with people on other channels. Well, sometimes online too, but it's not supposed to be. That was probably terrible. And I'm recovering from COVID. I'm about to lose my voice. I apologize, folks.
No, that's perfectly fine. So Ed, how do you feel about Aquarium Co-op?
I love the co-op. I've met Corey several times, and every time I have, he has been so nice. And he's very generous. And like they have great customer service too. I bought one of the big piston air pumps that are super good, and they have like Corey said that he's had a 99.8% return rate on them. And I was one of them. I was one that broke, and he totally refunded me and sent me a new one. And it was like, oh, you didn't have to do that. But I mean, he's just such, a really great guy. When I first got into the fish community, I was watching a lot of his stuff too. He used to do a podcast with his store manager years ago, and I absolutely loved that show. And I really believe in what the co-op does, and I really like their products. I believe that he is trying to make the fish world better, because or at least like if you go to Europe and Asia, the fish communities are so much stronger, and I think it's because they don't have the type box stores that have really been kind of hurting our communities, because people fail and then they quit. But with Corey, he's trying to help you stay in it and get you through the bad. We've all had the lows and the highs, but most people, they hit that low first because they don't know, how to cycle a tank or something as basic as that. So I really believe in the co-op a lot. I really like them quite a bit.
And I think you said something
very lucky. Because I bought one of those linear pumps, and that thing is still going strong after 3 years.
Yeah.
I think you said something that probably resonates with a lot of people, in that the co-op was probably a lot of people's first big YouTube channel where they started to learn about fish keeping. I think a lot of people find it, and it's good information that can help people whenever, like you said, if you go to like your local big box store, they're most of the time just making a sale. They're not necessarily giving you information.
Mm-hmm.
So true.
Yep. Because at first you don't know you can chat and stuff on YouTube. So you just watch. You don't even realize they're live streams at first. You think they're videos. Then you find out more about all this as it goes on.
I'm gonna.
And now she's in the Fishfam.link. If no one has seen this, you can find anything in that.
I also really like how the co-op's colors are green, because green is my favorite.
So we have all of their links right there and the address of their physical store, because you can, if you are in Washington, go visit them. Have you ever been to their store, Ed?
I have not been to the West Coast since I hurt my back. So it's been about 8 years since I've been to the West Coast. But I do plan on trying to get up to the new Kentucky warehouse and my local fish stores. Two of my local fish,
Yes.
3 of my local fish stores are now carrying the co-op brand.
Yeah, our local fish store carries it now too. Dee Dee, does your local fish store carry any
Not
co-op products?
Which we only have one that's, a smaller LFS.
Well, you should tell them to reach out to the co-op, because they set up a great program.
I really do need to
fish
do
stores.
that.
Yeah.
And it's a
They're
way
not on
fish
social
stores
media
to
that much at all.
Yeah, well, because what the co-op will do is, well, unlike other companies where you have to buy like $5,000 worth of product, they send you, like, I don't want to say how much, but they send you a box of stuff, and it's a lot more affordable to be able to just invest a small amount and see how it goes, and it's enough to fill an end cap.
Mhm.
And it's really nice. And trust me, it would help any fish store, because he sells it to them at a great deal to help them out. I think it's a really good thing.
So we are on the co-op website and we have $100 to spend. So what would you like to look at first, Ed?
Well, my absolutely favorite thing the co-op offers is the Easy Grain. I've used a lot of other fertilizers, but the Easy Grain is just so easy. That goes every time I make an order. That's going to go in my order.
So did you want to do the 500 mil or the 120 mil?
Let's see. Oh gosh, I can't see with my glasses or my.
You want me to make it bigger?
Thank you. Let's go with the $9.99 one, because we want to be able to get some fun stuff in here.
Okay, so we will add that to the cart. Okay. So we have $90 more. What would you like to look at?
Another one of my favorite products is their fried food, which I say it was right there in front. This stuff, man, I really use it, and the fry like it. The rice fish like it too. So I mean, I feed that to adult rice fish.
Yeah, it's just very small. So any fish with small mouths, but yeah, they don't have to be babies, but it's great for if you are growing out babies, and it's accessible instead of trying to get like tiny golden pearls or harvested green water.
That's what I've used on every baby fish I've had.
It's just so great, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I really
so easy.
I like the ketchup bottle. The ketchup bottle is so cool too. But you know what? I don't do the ketchup bottle into the water. I always do the ketchup bottle into my hand.
Yeah. That's what I do too.
I'm afraid the one time I do it directly in, the whole top's going to come off or something horrible.
Well, I've been brave, but I think that's probably a good idea.
And I'm assuming you want the 4-ounce like squirt bottle, but it is nice that they do have a pound bulk package. So if you were a breeder and you needed a lot of food, you don't have to buy like a bunch of tiny bottles. You could probably buy one so that you could refill the bottle, but you could buy it in bulk.
Yeah, I've got one of those bags in my freezer right now. and it comes like in a bag, so you can just pour it in. It's real cool. I should
like that.
have brought it up. Oh yeah, there you go.
Okay, what do you
that's
want
some
to?
Good stuff.
What would you like to look at next?
Okay, I love looking at their hats because Corey has a big head, and so he sells big hats that fit me. So, okay, we got the Murphy hat. We've got the green one. Does he have any specials going right now? Like I love the black Aquarium Co-op hat too. There's the black one.
And it's save $5. There's also limited edition Enjoy Nature Daily. And then are these just stickers for the end?
Yeah. So I would go with the black baseball hat because I love it. That's my favorite hat because like you can wear that anywhere because it's black and not real flashy. So, if you got to go to a nicer restaurant and you want to wear a hat, you can wear that.
To your black tie restaurant affair?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. Like definitely to the fish awards banquet, like at the Clash. Yeah. Well, actually, we didn't do one last year. But if they do something like that, that's where you went. I like it.
Nowadays, they wear tennis shoes with tuxedos, so.
Well, tennis shoes can be pretty cool looking.
To protect your brain cell from overheating. Nancy would like to know, what if she gets the black hat and bedazzles it?
Oh, that would look amazing because the colors will really, or like the sparkles will really pop.
Then it becomes a ballroom hat.
They need to do a top hat. That'd be really cool. I'd buy one of those.
Do you have a top hat?
I don't own a top hat. I have a like a Laurel and Hardy hat. The round type one.
A derby.
A derby. Yeah, and then I also have and you see, I used to wear a lot more of these hats when I was in Missouri because it was so much colder, but here it's like freaking hot. It's so humid today. It's 85 and so humid. I hardly ever wear my nice hats. I just keep them in a hat box. But I've got a really cool black fedora that makes my hat or my head really hot. So I only wear it like never when I visit my relatives in the north.
So we have these 3 things in the cart: the Easy Green, fry food, and the hat, and we're only at $40.97. So we still have about $60 left to spend.
Okay, let's go to their plants. Because Stephen P said that he wasn't going to compete in the fish competition at the Clash unless somebody else competes with him. So I want to know what one of these plants he would put in the competition, and hopefully I have it downstairs. And then I will enter just so he can enter a plant.
Are you going to enter anything into the fish show? Like I know last year you did photography and 3D art.
Yeah, I was going to do 3D art. I'm not going to do photography this year. I just don't have the time. But I was thinking about maybe a couple plants so Steven can compete. And then I was also thinking maybe 1 or 2 of my mollies.
I mean, I see that they have Blixa japonica, which was really hard to get for a while.
I do not own that.
It's a nice plant. It's a nice grassy plant.
Pretty.
Yeah, I like that.
Well,
does it cover real well on the ground?
Let's see what it says. It grows 4 to 8 inches tall, making it a good foreground and midground plant color ranges from bright green to reddish bronze when given stronger lighting and CO2, and nutrient-rich substrate to help it grow more quickly and fill in your aquarium. So should. And propagate, trim plantlet from side shoot, and replant.
Now they're saying you really need CO2 with that one.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, let's pass on that one because I have a CO2 setup that was given to me from Sean Peck, and I want to do a special video on how to set it up because I've never set one up, but I haven't set it up yet. So now is that Anubias right there in the middle, or is that Boost?
This one, it's Anubias barteri.
I love me Anubias. I love that plant. I love every type of Anubias there is.
They can go anywhere too.
Yeah.
They grow so well. Let's throw that one in the cart.
Okay.
Because if I was at the store, I'd probably just see that and say, okay, I want that too.
Well, Ed, you can make one into a nice little like a hide thing and incorporate it where that plant will hang on it. Put it in with your competition.
Yeah.
Take that, Stephen P.
An Anubias won last year.
Yeah, it's almost a champion already.
Well, it's the bulletproof plant. I mean, I don't want to say anybody can grow it, but I think anybody can grow it. You can throw it in a tank without light, and it seems to grow. It's crazy.
It is. Anubias is a low light plant. It says easy care with low light, hardy beginner plant. Easy, and it's an epiphyte, so you just wedge it into your rocks or wood or decor. And whenever it gets big enough, you can just split the rhizome and make multiple pieces.
Now, how do you guys do it? Do you guys use super glue or do you use string when you attach it to things?
So I've mostly just wedged it in to spots in my tank, like in between pieces of wood. I don't know if Steven says he likes friction over super glue and string.
See, I'm lazy and I like super glue. But I love super glue for everything.
Asaya says she uses glue or wedges.
And I'll do the same. I will wedge it. That's my first choice. But if it won't work, then I'm going to use glue most of the time.
I even plop and drop. Sometimes I don't even. I bet you I've got it in about 10 tanks downstairs where it's not attached to anything, just sitting on the bottom of the tank, growing huge.
Wow.
But I don't have a lot of flow in my guppy tanks, so. There's a banana plant. Banana plants were the only plants I ever tried to grow in the 80s, and they all died. And I always wanted to grow them.
I'll be nice because this is the Fishfam.link stream.
But, I mean, someday I want to try to buy one again and see if I can not kill it. I just wish it had more leaves.
You wish it had more leaves? Like whenever it sends up the lily pads?
Yeah.
At the top?
It just seems like it's mostly tumors. Which is a gross name too, you know?
That's true.
But I think that's all the plants that I want.
Okay, just the Anubias.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then let's go to their filters.
Okay. That being filtration and equipment. Have you gotten any with the new Easy Flow
I haven't
the
got a new Easy Flow yet, but with most of my tanks are 20 longs, so I literally have to take the Co-op or any of the sponge filters and I cut them in half. So all my intakes are only an inch long, and that way they just don't reach out of the tank. But there, a lot of people love the co-ops and a lot of people hate them. And now, Dee Dee, are you one of the people that say that shrimp get stuck in their co-op filters, or do you have any
The
problems
large
with that?
ones, I use the co-op ones in my fish tanks.
Okay.
And I've gone to the fine ones for the shrimp tanks because of that. But
Gotcha.
I've got lots of green sponges around here.
So did you want to
let's-
look at the regular sponge filter? I think you can only get it with the Easy Flow kit now, but I guess you could
Oh, wow.
not attach that if you didn't want it.
Well, maybe you could adjust it so it's always trying to move duckweed if you have duckweed in your
Yeah.
tank.
True.
Let's add one small. And then
Cool.
another one of my favorite things that they have at the co-op, it in their filtration area, I think, is the blocks of foam. It's
Oh yeah.
like I absolutely love these blocks of foam. Is that right? Right next? Oh, one below or underneath
Yeah.
the yes.
Coarse sponge pad.
Yes, I use this stuff. Like I'm using it right now in my summer tubs. I use that to insulate my fountains to make sure that no fry gets stuck in my fountains.
Mhm.
So you can use this for so many things. Like you can take a hang off the back sponge or a hang off the back filter and cut it and fit it in there, and it works great because then you can just take it out and squish it and keep recycling it that way. I love this stuff. And so I always make sure that I have 1 or 2 sheets of this. So let's go with 2 sheets of this.
Okay. We still have
And
about $25. Go
I
ahead,
use
Dee
it in my dry sumps. I do the thing on top of the water, and I put that, and then I put something more fine underneath it, and I use it to filter out debris and stuff. It lasts a long time too.
It does. I love that stuff, man. I've got a round tank that has a filtration set up like sump in the back, and it kept sucking my inlers into it. And so I bought a bunch of this stuff and just jammed it all over inside there, and it works great. So yeah, I absolutely love this stuff. If you have no idea what you would need this for, guys, order it because eventually it's going to save the day.
And you can watch some of Corey's videos on the Aquarium Co-op where he hot rods the hang on back filters, which is what he's talking about.
Like in this picture?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, even if you have a canister filter, a lot of, like, I think Steven has taken out all of the ceramic media and replaced it with just a bunch of foam because these sponges are really great at filtering things from the water and also holding on to beneficial bacteria.
I love those. Okay, now I don't know if he still has it, but one of my favorite things that I've ever got from the co-op, and it was, I think, in my first order ever, so it was like 5 or 6 years ago, was the shot glass, the co-op shot glass. So you can literally use it for a shot, or there it is. This thing is so cool because of the measurements on the side. It is by far, and look, it's only $3.99. Gosh, I should buy like a set of them. I should.
It's great for if you need to measure out, like it shows him measuring out ICX, but just some of the things that you need to dose in your tanks.
I love it. And it's solid glass. It's just like a normal shot glass. So at New Year's, when you're running around, I run downstairs and grab that because then I'm really cool. Let's add 3 of those. So that way you and two of your buddies can take shots at the same time.
Okay, we're at about $89. We have a $10, $11 left to spend.
Okay, let's go. He's always got some neat little gadgets going on that are kind of smaller, fun stuff that you can use in the fish room. Like that
Have
measuring device
you
right there. I've
ever ordered one
Yes.
of the measuring spoons?
The spoon?
Yes, I love that spoon.
I do too.
Oh, how much is the bag?
Oh, the co-op bag, this one
Yes.
is $20.
Okay, well, you know what? Let's add that and get rid of the Anubius and see how much money I've got. Because this bag is my favorite thing to take to fish swaps because it's insulated and it's thickly insulated and it's big. Nico also sleeps on it all the time.
Yeah, it is. It is a big bag, and it's great for if you're traveling, so that if you're getting fish or plants at your fish swap or club, you can keep everything in there.
Yeah, when I go to the Knoxville fish swap, James and I both have ours on our shoulder. So it's like we're the two co-op nerds walking around. They are so good.
So I took off the Anubius and added the insulated tote, and you have about $4 left, which means if you still wanted to, I believe that spoon was only $2 if you wanted to still get that.
I already have the spoon. It's a good spoon, but I don't use it much. Most of the time it just sits there.
And another thing that I know is pretty cost effective are these melamine sponge pads. Have you ever used those?
I have not.
It's like the Mr. Clean eraser, but without chemicals, non-toxic and fragrance-free, and you use it like a sponge. It just wipes the soft algae right off your tank from the inside.
Oh, about to lose power. I forgot to plug my computer in. Okay, we're back. So sorry. So yeah, those are awesome. I just bought a bunch of those at my last fish swap. So how about no clog air stones? Does he have any of those?
Let's see.
Oh, I think it was in the top right-hand corner.
Down at the far right.
This one, the air stone.
Yeah, let's get one of those.
Okay.
Does that get me to almost $100?
That's $98.39. So with tax, it's probably at $100.
Nice. Let's do that because everything in that setup would be awesome.
Steven said you're shopping like you're taking it all home with you.
Yep.
He's getting excited. Now, they're also their little valve controllers for airlines. They're some of the nicest ones that I've run across. I'm still using the first ones I bought from them. If anybody's looking for any.
So I'm going to.
I use the metal ones that did I get them from? I think I got them from him. Where they screw right into the PVC pipe.
Yes, he has those too.
That's what I use.
But like if I'm extending the airline, I use those to connect, and that way I can slow it down. And I don't have to reach up. It's right there in front of my face. It's like easy green. It's so easy.
Yeah. How many valves do you have hooked up on your pump, Dee Dee?
I have run 34 tanks. Now some have FX6 and all that, but I still have sponges in them too. In case if something happens, I still have a backup. So I've got 34 tanks, and I'm down to 28 now. But some of them have 2 sponge filters in them. So
Okay.
I'm probably running 40 air pieces off of that, and I could hook up more.
Yeah, I've got about, I think, 60 some on mine. And I know when I had less, I had to just like set up like taps just to release some air because too much air was going to that.
And by
So,
doing what I've done, I haven't had to do the release thing, but I've got mine running all the way around and connecting back into itself.
yep,
So
that's what I do too.
I guess an air loop you call it, but and that having all those extra tanks with the sponges, I guess it gave me enough pressure, release. I don't have a problem. And like I say, I've
Nice.
had this thing for 3 years, maybe. It's been a beast, and I'm thinking I need to get a backup just in case. But it's like it's been doing great.
So we're going to enter hashtag co-op, hashtag COOP, if you would like to be entered to win this bundle of stuff. Co-op only sends to US, so this is a US only giveaway. But if you are international and you would like to play for someone else, that is fine. Just to go over what is in this bundle, you are getting a Zis adjustable air stone, the insulated tote bag, 3 Aquarium Co-op measuring glasses, 2 coarse sponge pads, 1 small Easy Flow sponge filter, 1 Aquarium Co-op black baseball hat, a 4-ounce bottle of Easy Fry fish food, and a 120 ml Easy Green all-in-one fertilizer.
Man, that's like the greatest giveaway ever.
That's a
It's
nice
like everything in there
setup.
that's like everything that I would want.
Well, I hope so. That's the point.
So yeah, somebody, you are going to be set up, and hopefully you like what I picked.
Yeah,
I don't know if
You're probably
anybody
screaming,
has
no,
something
no,
from the co-op in their fish room. I don't know of anybody.
So let's see. While we're letting people enter, does anyone have any questions for Ed or comments? To put those in chat right now. Let's see if we missed anything while I was
I can
shopping.
remember when I first started learning that there was information on YouTube. Of course, I ran across KG Tropicals was my first one, and from them, they referred us to Aquarium Co-op, and the TV would run literally day and night, back to back to back to back of Corey's face on the 70-inch screen. And I know my neighbors probably thought, what is she watching? The same guys there. Because it was just like, I just let it play and let it play and let it play. And sometimes I doze off, whatever, but I learned stuff. Cool.
How's Pleco Cave looking? Are you going to be bringing that to the Clash to sell? Is that a giveaway?
I'm going to have 8 of these to sell at the Clash.
Mm-hmm.
So they're my Aztec Pleco caves.
Oh, nice.
It looks weird with the fake background.
Dean Stevenson asked, how long do y'all fry your egg rolls? I actually don't have a fryer, so I bake everything or have to pan fry them. So
and
I
just
can't
microwave mine.
You microwave
We buy ours.
How often do you dye your beard, Ed? And does the color wash out fast or last forever and a day?
It washes out very fast. I use something called Arctic Fox. It took me forever because the old stuff I used to use was it called Zap or something? You get it at Walmart and it would last forever. And I used to use that for like a decade back in Missouri, but they started changing the chemical, so now it looked hot pink. So I had to find a red. And Arctic Fox is a hair dye that I use not a paintbrush, a toothbrush, and I put it in, and I try to do it every Thursday. So, and your beard grows really fast, or your facial hair grows fast. So, just think about every time you have to shave your side of your face.
Yeah.
That just
it grows that much each day.
Yeah.
And see, someone wants to know, what is your favorite fish on your shirt?
Oh man, I was talking about this with my mom today.
Is it the discus that you drew?
Well, that's what I was showing her. But no, probably the cuttlefish, because I think cuttlefish are really cool. And they're more related to snails, and that might make Annette happy.
By all means. she's controlling the buttons right now. Keep her happy. She could make us disappear like poof.
So have you ever considered using a different color than red, since you have to reapply it every week, like for special occasions when it's Chiefs off season?
Well, okay. I see, when I first started doing it, my beard was more brown, and I used to use Just for Men and fill in the white stuff. And then I thought, it would look really awesome if I started, for football season, all the white would look red with the black, as it looked like it's more flaming. Mm-hmm. And every year, it's so much more less black. It's just now if I don't have anything in there, I look like a hippie Santa Claus. So yeah, now it makes me look. If I don't have it, I look 25 years older without the red beard.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the hippie Santa Claus.
But let's see. Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't want to search for photos. But if you go to my YouTube channel and look at my banner, I don't have a red beard in the photo there. I have what I used to normally have during the off season, because I normally don't have a goatee. I just have this and a little thing. I had to look mean because I was a hockey player back then.
True. Now, do you think you look meaner with the goatee or without?
Well, no. This is about as long as it's ever gotten. I was thinking about I could put a rubber band in it and look like Captain Lou, that old professional wrestler. But then I don't know. I have a hard time tying rubber bands on fish bags. I can't imagine putting one in my hair. Probably kill me. So
yeah, there's an art to that, and I don't have it down pat either.
My fingers are just sausages. I mean, I have a hard time.
I don't trust them, so I knot them, then I rubber band them, and then I flip it over and I rubber band it again, just in case if this one don't work, that one. So by the time it gets somewhere, somebody's got some work to do to get the little things out of the bags. And I can't make it easy for them. I'm
going to bring some guppies to the Clash and sell them at my booth. And I'm hoping Oinky can tie the rubber bands or the knots for me, because she has little bitty fingers.
Are you going to sell Doc Anthony's guppies?
I probably will sell a couple just to rub it in.
Oh, that's all right.
I've got thousands of Dr. Anthony guppies, though, so it's okay.
Well, now you have encouraged Zen Ginger to dye her beard, too.
Well, there you go. It only lasts for a week, Zen.
Oh.
I wonder what color her hair is right now.
Now, Mike, All Things Fish, wants to know what you are looking forward to the most about the Clash this year.
Well, hanging out with Oinky is my number one fun thing to do.
Aww.
So I can't wait to see her.
When's the last time you saw her in person?
Well, it's been almost 9 months. It was the OCA, because maybe 10 months. We were planning to get to hang out at, there was some event in June, and she had a medical thing and she wasn't able to do it, so I canceled it. It was in Charlotte. And then she's been working on her house nonstop for months. So I haven't been able to get to hang out with her at all for such a long time, but I get to talk to her every day, so that's good.
Now, when will you be arriving?
Wednesday. I'm pretty sure. I need to call the hotel and make sure my days of arrival and stuff. I scheduled that all last year, so it's been kind of a long time.
I was just pulling out my stuff and printing it off the other night because it's like I did this in like January, February as well. And it's like you forget what you did set out to do. But I think we're supposed to get there Wednesday earlier than what we did last year. So if the traffic is nice.
And then I think I'm coming home Monday.
That's the same for us. We're arriving Wednesday and going home Monday.
I said, I'm not buying any stuff this year. I bought so much last year. I'm not buying. And I'm already thinking about what I'm going to buy.
Well, it's about 12 and about 12 and a half hour drive for me. And with my back, how crappy it is. Last year, I took a stop, like 6 hours, and got a room, and then drove the other 6. And I had all the fish and stuff. But this year, I'm just going to try to go all the way and just keep driving. And just because it's like 6 hours, I still would get out of my car every hour and walk around for like a half hour. So it takes forever. Like I just walk around to Walmart and then get back in my car and go. So it's not going to be easy, but I'm going to do it this year.
So Ed, who is blue and orange? Who's
blue and orange?
The Florida Gators?
Yes, they are blue and orange. I think they're losing right now. No, it was the Gamecocks that lost to Louisiana today, or LSU. But no, it seems like
the Broncos, the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice.
I've heard the door opening and closing a lot, so I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. Tony's a Gators person.
Oh. I've never been much of a college player or college watcher. I grew up in Missouri, and Mizzou has always sucked. And when I lived in Kansas City, the other school I got to watch was KU. And in football, they were terrible also. One of my buddies' moms was a professor, and she would take us to the games for free and give us money to buy hot dogs and pop. And we'd watch them get beat by Oklahoma 60-0, and it was terrible. But, you know
what? Even if your team loses, you still have to go and just be part of the vibe. You know what I mean? Can't give up.
Yeah, well, but you see, I have the Chiefs. Well, the Chiefs were pretty bad in the 80s, but they got really good when I was in high school, which really strengthened my love for them, a lot. Yeah. And I was a junior Chief kid when I was a little football player, so I was a Bobby Bell Junior Chief. So, yep. But I got into the you were talking about when you first saw the co-op, not to change the subject to go backwards, but when I first got into Fishfam watching, or FishTube watching, it was when I hurt my spine real bad, and I was kind of stuck in a bed for several months. And so I would watch Corey every day. I'd watch Joey, and Joey was just like a little skinny kid. He was high-pitched voice even in those, building tanks. But the first guy I ever watched was Sean Peck. And it's so weird because now he's my friend in real life.
Is he in Tennessee?
Yeah, he's about an hour from my house. So, yep, he's the second closest fish tuber to me. I've got Bob Kaler, who's about 50 minutes south of me. Bob's only 25 miles from me, but you got to wind through the mountains to get there. So it takes almost an hour to get to his house. For me to go to Sean's, it's all highway. So there's no mountains to go through. So I can go to Sean's in about an hour and 15. But Sean was doing a hand where I wanted to learn what type of chemicals and things you can put in your tank to make sculptures and stuff. And that's how I started watching Sean Peck, and then I started watching all the other fish tube. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, he makes some pretty professional looking creatures.
Oh yeah, he's a very good painter too, with his miniatures. That's one of my
Some beautiful
my
tanks.
side hobbies also.
Yeah, beautiful tanks too.
Oh my gosh. He's got like 16 tanks or 15 tanks in his house, and they're all scaped. You know, it's like I've got, I don't know, just under 100 tanks, and only a few are scaped. You know, it's like, I don't know how he does it, but they're all of his tanks are beautiful.
Well, scaping is in, the eye of the beholder. And there's nothing wrong with putting a plant anchor on the plant and closing your eyes and say, go where you will. Lots of my tanks are like that.
Yeah.
Scape just like that.
Eric says he loves Sean's editing.
Oh my gosh, he is so good at that. He does it on his computer, and I don't know how to do that either. I do everything on my telephone.
Well, Roxanne does too.
See, I would feel, not that I do very much editing at all, but anytime I have done editing, I move everything to my computer to edit because it's easier for me to see.
Yeah, I would never make it.
Sean's a computer support guy. What are those IT guys? Is that what they're called?
Mm-hmm.
For Regal movie theaters.
Oh,
their headquarters is in their North American headquarters is in Knoxville, Tennessee, and that's what he works. And that's like so cool. So he gets free movies too. There's awesome Dennis.
I remember that when he first started during the times we were all staying home. I remember him talking about that.
Flexi says phone editing is next level torture.
That's how I do it, and it's terrible, but I do it.
So what program do you use for editing? Is it like CapCut, or is it something more sophisticated?
That I use?
Mm-hmm.
I use 4 different programs, and I do my words. Let's see. Like each thing is a different setup because I like different things from each one. Oh, where'd my glasses go? Here they are. I broke my normal glasses, so I'm using these really cheapy Etsy glasses that I don't like. But as soon as I can leave the house, I'm buying real glasses again. It's just been a bummer being. Video Cook is where I use my words. Oh, can't say it. Well, Video Cook is what I use for adding words. I use Filmmaker for my adding cartoons and things to my videos, or like little things that pop up that say subscribe now. I thought my dad just walked by naked, but he was wearing a short. Let's see, something called VN. I don't know what VN is.
So
yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, if I can interrupt for a minute, I wanted to show people really quickly. So there's an issue with the Fishfam.link giveaway tool, and Matt is working on it, but not necessarily to be finished before this giveaway. So I pulled open the Streamyard giveaway tool, which is technically functional, but as you can see, it didn't grab people retroactively. So there are only 22 entries. So if you entered, go ahead and enter again. Just want to bring that up because while this is functional, it does not pull retroactively like the Fishfam.link giveaway tool does. It also doesn't come with tech support like the Fishfam.link giveaway tool does, and it doesn't show who entered. So we're going to use this one today, and by next time, will have the better Fishfam.link wheel working. Okay, just wanted to have people know what was going on. So go ahead and continue, Ed. Sorry.
Oh, it's all right. I just have they're all free programs that I got off the Play Store, but there's always something different I like from each one. Oh, I also like that Video Cook because I can move audio easier on it. It lets me chop up the audio and move it around because I like to different audio for the Goofy Cat shorts I do every day. And Nico is just my voice as a girl or a woman, and Baby Cat is my voice as a baby or as a little girl. That's what I would sound like if I was a woman or a little kid.
The last shorts that have popped up, I can hear you in it more than I think I could in the beginning.
Uh-oh, I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's just the way you say certain words.
Oh, yeah, probably my accent.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we're not going to be able to have pretty music this time.
Yeah.
But things happen. We didn't have internet. It went down at around 9:30. TV, nothing. And they sent us a text that hopefully they'd be resolving it by 2. And it came back on like 1:10, which, it's a bad Saturday with a kid and no internet.
Maybe Ed can sing the birthday song as it selects the winner.
Oh my gosh. I was like losing my voice today. If I didn't have the COVID, I'd try. It's your birthday.
It's so funny because one time I was streaming alongside with Ed and Skipper, and it was my birthday, and I said, well, yeah, I want to sing happy birthday. And I think I caught them off guard and they didn't know how to get out of it. And so they did.
Ah.
And I think I have it as a clip on my page. It was awesome. Well, it was terrible, but it was so good.
So did you know now that when you clip pieces of people's live streams, it goes to the creator? It's like Dee Dee Spindon has clipped your video. So yes. Consider that whenever you're clipping stuff. Don't clip something and label it like, look at this idiot, because it'll go to them and they'll see what you titled it and what you clipped and everything.
Yeah, you shouldn't tell them. That way we'll know.
Well,
oh yeah, you usually know when I clip something because I brag.
I'm still learning how to do the clipping. I don't know how to pull video from YouTube for my PSAs. All my PSAs come from TikTok because I know how to download those skits.
I just do a screen recording. That's how I pull. If I can't just clip something easy, I do a screen record.
Yeah, Zen said that's what she does too. She screen records and then it doesn't disappear if they remove the stream. So I entered stop in chat so that we can go ahead and run this giveaway. 48 entries for $100 worth of co-op supplies that Ed picked out for us, and I'm going to go ahead and draw that now.
Good luck, everybody. Little drum roll.
Coro works.
Yay!
One of my D&D buddies.
Coro, I see that you re-entered. You had to have already been in there for it to pick you, but just verify really quick that you are still here and that you accept this. Ah. And then Coro, I need you to send hello at Fishfam.link. No, I just shut it. Well, it grabbed it. You're in. This is you. This is your shrimp on a bicycle. Coro, send me your address to hello at Fishfam.link, and you will be getting, if you just got here, you're going to be getting an Airstone, an insulated tote bag, 3 shot glasses, 2 coarse sponge pads, a small Easy Flow sponge filter, a black baseball hat, fry food, and Easy Green.
Oh, he's screaming.
That's awesome.
It is. Wish everybody could win it, but
Yeah. And we might have time if I go back. We're going to also do our second giveaway, which is a Fishfam.link badge and What the Fish magnet.
Ooh.
And to enter that, it will be hashtag FFL. I'm going to start collecting comments so that we can see people as they enter. Let me go ahead right here so that we can see. We have 5 entries so far. Also, if anyone says pro tip, to win the fashion magnet, enter when it seems like it's too late.
because Cora was the last entry. It must have felt sorry for him for getting here late.
Maybe.
So just after Jenna type stopped.
Well, we're only going to give people like a minute or so to enter this one because we don't want to take up too much of people's time. I know there are other streams on Saturday, but also like it's Saturday, people might have a life. I don't know.
Now that can be shipped internationally, correct?
Yes, the badge and the magnet is international eligible. It can be shipped to anywhere. And Nathan has a question, and the question is, if we already have a badge, can we donate it to someone else but keep the magnet? Yes, because the magnet is donated by Steven and the badge is something that Matt does. So it's being sent from 2 different people. So if you have a badge already, you can say, give so-and-so the badge, I want the magnet, when you send me your email.
I need to remember to bring my badge.
Yeah, this is my for display one that's misspelled. It says Gianna, which is why it's not on a not on a lanyard. I actually keep that one in the car, my correct one in the car, so that if I go to the fish store or whenever I went to the FOTUS convention, I just always have it with me.
I have mine in my bag that I always take when I go to fish club or anything. And I did find my Mystery Snail Guardians bag. That was the only thing I could not find after returning from the clash. And it was folded up in Butterfly's room. I have looked for
She wanted it because it was shiny.
10 months. I don't know why it got folded up that much, but sure did.
Yeah.
And it fell out, and I was like, oh, my bag.
The thing I've been still searching for from last year's clash is all the snail stuff I got. I like bought some snail stuff, and then I won the snail stuff in the drawing, and I never found it. I wanted to drop it in with my snails.
Did Annette sneak into your room while you were maybe at the auction?
Well, I don't think so. She was the one who I got the snail stuff from.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Eric entered in last after I typed stop for science. So let's see.
That would be too funny.
Crazy for seahorses.
That is Rainer, right?
Yeah.
So, Rainer, please send an email to hello@fishfam.link. We need your address so that we can get the stuff out to you. The magnet will just be sent to your address, and the badge, I'm going to forward it to Matt because he'll need like your logo and what you would like your name to be on the badge. So please send us that email. And that is all for our giveaways today. Thank you so much, Ed, for coming to shop with us today. Thank you to the co-op for donating this. Yeah, everyone remember that this stream is possible because of Aquarium Co-op. Take a few minutes to look at their channel, to buy something from their store if you need something. Ed showed us a lot of great stuff that anyone can use if they have fish, or even, I mean, you don't even have to have fish to use the shot glass or hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might forget where
And
you left your fish if you use that shot glass too much.
seriously, that shot glass would be good as a gift for anyone in your family because it has the measuring devices on it too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, even grandma might like it.
Sure.
So does anyone have any final things to say before we close out?
No.
Thank you so
ahead,
much
Ed.
for letting me come up and hang out with you guys. It was a lot of fun.
It was. And I'm glad that you were chosen to be the shopper on this because it was very interesting to watch how you shop. And I did see some things that now that it's over, I saw some things that flashed across the screen that I need to go look at. So, Nancy in Tennessee has $150 in her cart right now. Hasn't checked out yet.
Okay. So thank you everyone who watched, participated, the replay crew, lurkers, everyone. Thank you so much, and we will see you next month. Bye.
Bye.